It's me again. Welcome to 90 Days of Action, the series where I stop talking about what I should do and start doing it one day at a time. Ew, that felt like a terribly cliched tagline, and I'm uncomfortable now. I do, however, need to fix my life. This is me trying to do that. I've been watching people on the internet trying to do hard things, doing challenges where they get rejected to sit in discomfort. I've gotten a lot of algorithmically targeted videos of people yelling about getting out of your comfort zone and doing the hard things so you do get somewhere. I always feel bad about these videos because they are about me, except I'm already very, very uncomfortable. I'm not sure how that fits into it. I also have experienced a lot of rejection already. So some of them are just practicing getting rejected and then they're not getting rejected as much as they think, and that's not going to be me, right? I get rejected. I am unemployed, I'm unemployable, I'm not spending my time the way that I want to, I'm always battling a mountain of chores, and there are so many things that I avoid. I do get rejected a lot, and that's partially because I send out so many job applications. And sometimes they come back within minutes because their automated system is just like, no thanks. Finish something, I need to feel some sense of accomplishment and some sense of like forward motion, even if I'm not getting anywhere, if that makes sense, because right now everything is so still, it hurts. I feel worn down, I feel powerless. Things are not great. And I have a list of things that I need to do. I fear that this is just how my life is. I am battling my stupid self, and I'm exhausted, embarrassed, and ashamed all the time. And I think I need to do something about that. So, well, I mean, I know I need to do something about that. I wish I could do something about that. Okay, you see, it's difficult. Decided to try and do some of these things that I've been avoiding. I've decided to try yet again. I do this every now and then usually it falls apart. I do maybe like one thing. So we'll see how it works out this time. I have for a while, if you've been here before, you've heard me talk about it, filling out like a mega list, which is just a list of many things. Everything that I need to do is in there. It could be my chores. It's like every Wednesday I vacuum the house, and that's going to be on the list. And that's a repeatable task, so it's never going away. Some things are one-offs. Currently it sits at 61 items, and that's mostly chores, mostly repeat tasks, and it's probably as low as it's ever going to be. That's just how it is. I have to do laundry till the day I die. The next 90 days I'm tackling that mega list. I will have chores, workouts, job applications, phone calls, appointments, things I've been avoiding, challenges to my creativity, which is basically dead. I'm trying to revive it. An ability, and also challenge my ability to be like bad at things. Do things even though I can't do them perfectly. Do not get tripped up in not being able to do things well. Which, this that I'm holding here is my little notebook that I'm using for the project, and that's step one, is not getting trapped in making things perfect. It was a really hideous, like, salmon-y pink color. And, now it looks like a 13-year-old emo kid made it. Which, I used to be that emo kid, so that's true. So this is it. 90 days of action. And I've started it just to test out what it's gonna look like for day one, which is today. And this is not the final form, I think. So we'll see how it develops. Come back in, I don't know, 5 minutes. But yes, so that's it. 90 days of action. That's my project. There aren't a lot of rules or anything. This is the notebook, and the mega list is just digital. It's just, I've been using Microsoft To Do because I already had it. I looked a little bit for something better. I couldn't find it, so I decided to go with what I had and what I know how to use. Same with this book. Like, I just got a cheap little square gridded book because I like grids and it was cheap, and everything is makeshift. Nothing is perfect. I'm just trying to move forward. I've been thinking a lot about whether or not the mega list may be a bad idea, because it's huge, right? It's going to be huge. Right now it's less than 100 items on it, but I'm pretty sure that by the time you're seeing this video, there's going to be more. And it's going to have everything, right? Everything is there. I have health goals, I have money goals, I have creative projects, I have life admin that I need to do, I have things I want to learn, I have chores, and more chores. It is endless, right? And I am a little concerned about overwhelm, but I also think that I have to do all of these things anyway. It's all on the list, it's all in my head, so whether or not it's in one list or on like 50 different pieces of paper and also just in my head, and then I forget about it, and then I think about it, and then I wake up in the middle of the night about it. Like, it can't get worse is what I'm saying. So I'm hoping it will, be helpful and enlightening. And maybe it's a terrible mistake, in which case I will have made a terrible mistake. Some of the items on that list are also really scary for me. Things I've been avoiding, so I'm trying to smash it all together also to, I don't know, equalize it a little bit. I used to have a list of all the scary things, and I would do one thing on that list, and then I would avoid it for like 3 months. So separating it out didn't actually help, at least for me. You might feel differently. So there's that. So I have I want to volunteer to do something. I want to participate in meetings, go to events that are hosted at like libraries or organizations that I'm a member of, or etc. etc. Free stuff, art, culture. I want to go to a museum maybe. I do want to also practice cooking rice. I want to read certain books. I want to watch certain films. I want to try strength training again. Obviously job applications. And it could be like, oh, I want to make a thumbnail for my next YouTube video, right? Anything and everything goes on there. I'm going for a walk today, putting it on there. So that list is always growing and shrinking, growing and shrinking, growing and shrinking. That's the goal. That was an introduction to Project 90 Days of Action. So we'll see if I'm a different person or something is different at the end of it, if I'm still stuck, because that's how I feel. And it is honestly quite depressing. And 90 days is long enough that I can spread out some of these difficult tasks. And also long enough to establish some habits and things. We'll see. This is just sort of the first beginning video. I'm figuring it out, and then we'll see. So here's some footage from the first 7 days. It's a bit anticlimactic, I will say. I spent the first few days of this project building up my mega list, getting used to using it daily, and figuring out a format for my notebook that worked. I more or less got there. The mega list is eternal, of course, so that one only had about 60 and 70 things on it. But don't worry, it's always growing. So I just got started instead of polishing the project because that is the spirit of it, and I was interested in seeing how many days I don't get anything done at all, which is quite a few. I get exhausted, I end up bedrotting quite often. Sometimes I stay in bed all day and watch really terrible TV shows. So I'm interested in seeing if there's a pattern there. And also how I can keep up with like framing my days with like my to-do list. I used to be pretty good at that, so one of the goals here is to get back to that. Especially I'm concerned with how much downtime I need after doing certain things, like the big scary tasks or socializing in certain ways. I did okay on fitness. I didn't push myself as much as I wanted, but the high humidity made just going for a very light walk a sweaty mess. I felt like I was moving through molasses at the touch. I did not get to do a strength training session, but I did go to the pool once, so overall I'm pretty pleased. I also did some gardening, which is physical labor. It just is. I did not make any money, I didn't get any closer to getting a job, so the money goal, nothing, nada, nix, no movement. Creativity-wise, I mostly just did some digital stuff related to this series, to some other stuff that I'm working on online, so it doesn't feel creative to me, even though I did use that part of my brain, I guess, like designing a thumbnail template and writing something that's going to be a newsletter, etc. The mega list shrank and grew throughout the week. I started with 61 items on the list, and by day 7 I think I had 70 something. And then I check things off some days, and then some tasks are repetitive, so while I check them off, they immediately appear further down on the list again. So it grows, it shrinks, it grows again. Like I vacuum the house every Wednesday, so that it's gonna come up again immediately after I check it off. As for the mental health aspect, well, I'll keep it light on here, but I'm not doing too great, so I'm not a very resilient person, and I get affected by everyone around me easily as well, mirroring their moods without meaning to. And I want to be more able to separate myself from those around me emotionally, if that makes sense. Like, not care less, but get less affected by them. I don't know if that makes sense, but I've been struggling with this. But I've been pretty good at going to my room and just closing the door and spending some time alone, and that does help. And so does the weeks. So I think I've been doing a good job here. Being more resilient emotionally is part of these 90 days, and it's kind of important to me. I did one scary thing. I sent in a form for volunteering, and I never heard back. I wasn't really expecting it, but you know. So that's it. Nothing really changed. Thank you so much for watching.